Hello and welcome back to another Tekkit tutorial. Now this time we're going to be looking at a few things that aren't used very often in Tekkit, which are oil fabricators, lava generators, and engine generators. Now we'll start off with the lava generator and the oil fabricator. Now the lava generator is made with 4 advanced alloy, 2 tanks, a furnace, a gold gear, and a mass fabricator. And if you'd forgotten how to make a mass fabricator, it's 2 advanced machine blocks, 4 glowstone, 2 lapotron crystals, and 2 advanced circuits and an lapotron crystal. Now the way these work is that you find a source of energy, so just out of an MFSU, so either powered by a nuclear reactor or solar panels or water mills or windmills, etc. And you power the lava generator and it creates lava blocks. So here is a tank, and you'll see that it'll start filling up. Each line on the tank is 1 bucket. So if I actually get a bucket, you'll see that if I do, when it arrives at the first line, you'll be able to pick it up. So we'll see that in a minute. The second device is the oil fabricator, which is made with 4 advanced alloy, a TNT, 2 tanks, a diamond gear, and another mass fabricator. So these are quite expensive machines, but they are very good because both of these natural resources that are non-renewable, unlike water or the wind. There we go. Sorry. So there's a lava bucket, and these both can be made with these generators. Now these are just 2 examples of going slightly mad with the oil fabricators. Now there's no limit to the amount of oil the oil fabricators can make. This is just a setup with an awful lot of high voltage solar arrays, both of them, and they both go to the sky limit full of oil. So you can make as much oil as you want, and there's no limit to it. So this is a small setup that is powered by a medium voltage solar array, and then the lava generator gets piped into geothermal generators Mark II, so they produce more, or they can hold more lava, so they produce more EU, and they are going into an MFSU. Now if I break this MFSU, if I get some grass, and it's almost night time, isn't it? Plug this back in and turn it on today. So this is the power coming out of a medium voltage solar array, and this is the power coming out of the geothermal generators. So you get slightly more for the geothermal generators, but the main benefit is they stay on all night. So if you have enough medium voltage solar arrays to power these fully and get a small stockpile of lava, you can have these going on at night, so they power the so they power your system at night. Second thing we're going to have a look at is this. Now these are, I've never seen them actually used in a Tekkit video before, but there's probably somebody's already done it. But these are engine generators. Now what they do is they do the opposite of an energy link. Now we all know, if you've watched the previous videos, that an energy link turns industrial craft power from solar arrays, for example, into buildcraft power. So you can plug a solar array into this and power quarries. Well, these engines do the opposite. It means that when you have these redstone engines, for example, they go through this device, which is a low voltage engine generator, which is made with a redstone engine, a low voltage transformer, 4 gold, 2 redstone, and an iron gear. It's supposed to turn it into EU, but redstone engines do not generate enough power to be able to power or to be able to create power. Now you'd have to have an awful lot of redstone engines to actually be able to get any power out of it, so it's not really worth it. The second type of power is using you don't have to change each time, but it's just the output it does. You have medium voltage, low voltage, and high voltage power, and of course you can make this using 4 gold, one steam engine, one medium voltage engine, 2 redstone, and a golden gear. So if I turn these steam engines on, they'll start producing power, and you'll see that you get a certain amount of EUs going into the MFSU. Now what you could do with this is you could actually set up a system with energy collectors to power your machines by piping coal into a lot of steam engines, using probably retrievers on your pneumatic pipe so it doesn't spill everywhere. And the last type is the high voltage, which is 4 gold, 2 redstone, a combustion engine, a high voltage transformer, which is a medium voltage transformer, an energy link, an electronic circuit, and 4 times insulated heavy voltage cable, which is 2 times insulated heavy voltage cable with rubber next to it, and that is made with refined iron. And this one, if you have the combustion engines on here, switches on, these are full with fuel and I'm so sorry, fuel and water. They produce quite a lot more EU than a normal steam engine. So the best way of doing it would be using combustion engines. Now, so what you could do is use a setup with one solar array that powers oil fabricators, and the oil fabricators go into a refinery which is being powered by an energy link, and using the solar power as well, and that piping into these combustion engines, and then having water piping into them as well, and then going into this converter, and then it converts it into power. Now the power output is fairly stable, but of course you have the threat of combustion engines exploding at any time if you run out of water, so it's quite dangerous using those. You're probably better off using steam engines, even though they do consume quite a lot of coal. They have a much lower risk of blowing up. Well, that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, by the way, you can do the same thing as this with lava generators. This is just to show there's no limit, but there's no limit with lava generators either. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.